Motive for the new divine revelation. I don't create a new religion. Thus saith the Lord. Clarification about the true life. Thus saith the Lord. All men know that I am the Father of all creation, and that the destiny of all beings is in me. Yet I have not received from them their attention, nor their respect. They also believe that they too are lords, and believe they have power over the destinies of their fellow men. Why bow before me? In this way has man tried my patience and defied my justice. I have given him time to find the truth, but he has wanted nothing from me. I came as father and was not loved, then came as master and was not understood. But as it is necessary to save humanity, I come now as judge. I know that man will rebel against my justice, for neither will he understand me as judge, and he will say that God has avenged himself. I would wish that all comprehend that God cannot have feelings of revenge, because his love is perfect. Nor can he send pain. It is you who attract it through your sin. My divine justice is above your pain, and even above your death. Pain, obstacles, failures, these are the tests that man goes on creating. And as you shall sow, so shall you reap. For me it is enough in each of these moments of peril to make my light come unto your spirit, so that it reaches its salvation. It is the Spirit of truth that descends to unravel mysteries and reveal to you the knowledge necessary to enjoy true life. It is the divine comfort that is poured out upon your pains, to give you testimony that the divine judgment is not punishment, nor vengeance, but rather a judgment of love to carry you to the light, to peace, and to happiness. Know that for he who comes to understand and knows something of what is reserved for those who are elevated, that light revealed can no longer be parted from his spirit. Penetrate then the unknown dwelling places, or return again and again to the earth. That which one day you received as a flash of divinity will arise at each step from the most pure of your own being as a presentiment, as a sweet awakening, or as a celestial song that will flood your heart with pleasure, as a longing to return to the spiritual mansion. That is what my doctrine means to those spirits that return to this life. The spirit appears to forget its past, but in reality does not lose the knowledge of my teaching. To those who doubt that it is the divine word that speaks to you at this moment and in this form, I tell you that if you do not wish to give me that name, do not wish to attribute this word to the divine master, then take the essence of this lesson, analyze all of its thoughts, and if on contemplating what you have heard, you arrive at the conclusion that it contains light and truth for humanity, then take it as a norm for your actions on earth, and with it, transform your life. I know that I am giving you true wisdom. What men believe does not change one atom of my truth. But it is necessary for man to have certainty about what he believes, what he knows, and what he loves. Therefore, in my manifestations, I sometimes place myself at the level of humanity, so that they may know me. The concept that men have of me is very limited. Their knowledge of the spiritual, very slight. Their faith, very small. Their religions sleep the sleep of centuries, without taking any step forward, and when they awaken, it is only to shake themselves internally without daring to break out of the fence that they have created with their traditions. It shall be the humble, the poor, the simple, and the ignored who break out of that orbit in search of light, of a pure environment, of truth, and of progress. It shall be they that ring the bell and raise the cry of alarm when they sense the arrival of the time of my new revelations in the era of spirituality. Humanity wants to discover the mystery of spiritual life, that existence which unavoidably must be entered into, and for that very reason interests them to know. Men question, plead, and ask for light from mercy, because they sense the need to prepare themselves. But every answer they get says that the spiritual life is a mystery, and that to try to pull back the veil that covers it is folly and blasphemy. Truly, I tell you, that those thirsting for truth and light will not find the fountain whose waters calm their thirst in the world. It shall be I who pours forth from the heavens those waters of wisdom that the spirits yearn to drink. I shall spill my fountain of truth over every spirit and over every mind, so that the mysteries are destroyed. For I tell you once again, that it is not I who have mysteries for men, but you who create them. If you take into account that God is infinite, and that you are only particles, it is well that there always exists something in your Father that you never discover. But that you do not know who you are in eternity, that you yourselves must be an impenetrable mystery to yourselves, and that you must wait to enter into spiritual life to know it, that is not ordained by me. That in past times you were not spoken to in that form, nor were you given a broad invitation to enter into the light of spiritual knowledge, is true. But it is that in those past times, humanity did not experience the urgent need to know that now it feels, nor was it able spiritually or mentally to understand. If always you were searching and stirring, it was more from curiosity than from a real thirst for light. So that men find the road that leads them to that light, and to be prepared to receive those waters from the fountain of life and wisdom. First, they will have to leave aside all outward worship and erase from their hearts all fanaticism. Once you begin to feel in your hearts the presence of the living and all-powerful God, you shall feel escape from the innermost part of your being, a new prayer, unknown, full of emotion and sincerity, wholly elevated and tender, which will be the true prayer revealed by the Spirit. That will be the beginning of your elevation toward the light, the first step on the road to spirituality. If the Spirit can reveal to man the true prayer, it can also reveal to him all the gifts that he possesses, as well as the way to develop and channel them for the path of love. You may find in my manifestation the same teachings as in the second era. But in this era, I have come with the light of my Holy Spirit, to reveal to you the unfathomable. And in communication from spirit to spirit, I will continue revealing new and very great lessons. I shall give you to know all the content of the sixth seal in this stage of revelations, so that you may go on preparing for the time when I shall open the seventh seal. And so you will begin to know the unfathomable. And so you will find that the spiritual valley is the dwelling of all the spirits, the infinite and marvelous mansion that awaits you in the beyond, where you shall receive the reward for the works that you have sown with love and charity among your brothers. the development, the spirituality, and the salvation of mankind. I do not deliver my teaching to you just as a moral restraint for your body, but with it you can attain great elevation toward your spiritual perfection. I do not come to create a new religion among you. This doctrine does not come to deny the existing religions, when they are based on my truth. This is a message of divine love for all, a call for all institutions. He who understands the divine purpose and complies with my precepts will feel guided toward the progress and elevation of his spirit. While man does not understand the spirituality which he must have in his life, peace will be very far from being a reality in the world. On the other hand, he who complies with my law of love will not fear death, nor the judgment that awaits his spirit. You should know that it will not be until death reaches you that your Father will judge you, but that the judgment begins as soon as you become aware of your deeds and feel the call of your conscience. My judgment is always upon you, at each step, be it in the human existence or in your spiritual life. You are subject to my judgment, but here in the world, while in the flesh, the spirit becomes insensitive and deaf to the calls of its conscience. I have not come with these revelations only to bring you the peace of the world and make your suffering lighter with earthly balm. I have come with this manifestation to give you the great lessons that speak of your spiritual evolution. For if I had come merely to give you the goods of the world, truly, I say to you, for that it would have sufficed to entrust you to the scientists, whom I would have enlightened by intuition, revealing to them the secrets of nature, so that from there you could take the balms to heal yourselves of your bodily ills. My work comes to show you broader horizons, beyond those of your planet, of that infinite number of worlds that surround you. Endless horizons that show you the road to the eternity that belongs to you. My spiritual doctrine bears various ends, or missions. One is to comfort the spirit in its exile, making it understand that God formed it and waits eternally for it in his kingdom of peace. Another is to make him know how many gifts and faculties he has available to reach salvation and elevation, or perfection. This word carries the message of spirituality that opens the eyes of men, so that they look directly at the reality they think they find only in what they see, in what they touch, or in what they can prove with their human science, without realizing that they are naming reality that which is transitory, and are missing or denying the eternal, where true reality exists. Let this message go from nation to nation, from house to house, leaving its seed of light, comfort, and of peace, so that men stop some moments and concede to their spirits a truce, which is indispensable to contemplate and remember that any instant may be that of his return to the spiritual valley, and that from his works and from what he has sown in the world depends the fruit that he shall harvest upon his entry into spiritual life.